Good morning, everybody. Unfrequented World. Obviously, we're going metal detecting today. Yesterday, I drove to a little park 50 kilometers away and got kicked out of the park because all city parks in Ontario are shut down. And it doesn't matter if you're the only guy in 3 football fields, you're getting kicked out. So today, we're learning from that. I'm not driving anywhere, I'm just gonna walk. Directly behind my house is a waterway that was used 300 years ago as a colonial trade system, a trade route. And there's a river about a mile from here. And in the 1940s, there was houses on the opposite side of the river. They never put in a bridge for those guys. And in the 1950s, the city reappropriated all those properties. So they've been empty since the 1950s. But who knows what we'll find down there. We could find old coins, anything from these homesteaders. We might even find a colonial honey spot that nobody knows is there. So it's an adventure. Let's go. Well, I'm at the end of the road, and somewhere here behind me is a four-wheeler trail. Now, I just talked to my neighbor who owns this property, and he said, yeah, it's really overgrown, so I think we're going to be bushwhacking it, guys. And I don't know if we'll find the exact spot they were talking about because I don't know where the trail is, but we're going to get down to the lakefront and we'll go from there. Well, here's the first dump site right here, right at the end of the road. Lots of old buckets and machinery and stuff. I don't know what all's in there. So I'm going to assume that the trail wasn't too far from here. Four-wheeler trail, they said. There's no trail in here, guys. And that right there is what I just came through. I found it. And a little chickadee. Hey there. I didn't bring any seeds. I found it. Believe it or not, right there. I don't know if you can see it. There's the tiniest little trail here on the ground. That's a good sign because that means this is an old trail. It's so overgrown. I can turn you guys around and show you exactly the opposite direction of the camera here. And you might be able to kind of make out a trail going through here. Maybe, maybe not. Ah, now you can see the trail. Now we're getting somewhere. I always say the first step is to find a good trail because 100 years ago, what we use as trails now were probably roads. And that colonial waterway is only 300 yards over there to my right. The next step down here is to look for old trees, big trees that they would have planted beside their houses, their barns. Look for apple trees, rhubarb, lilac bushes, any of that stuff. It continues to grow long after they're gone. So those are the things I look for. There won't be any of that growing right now. We still have snow on the ground, but I'm gonna look for big trees and clearings, and that's where I'll start. There's a grouse drumming off behind me. I don't know if you guys can hear that. But this clearing is a bust. Not even a little blip, nothing here. We're gonna head back to the four-wheeler trail and continue on down towards the lake. I've been looking for somewhere to stick that shovel. That's better. Look at that. 38, 35, that's a wicked signal. Of course, it's right here in the water. Oh, it's clay. Which is actually a good thing. We can get a whole chunk out. So we should be able to do this live. What is that? It's a solid bar. I don't know. Some kind of brake pad. Oh, it's got holes in it. I don't know what it is. Good signal though. Yeah, so I just checked 2 more places along the riverside here that I thought might be potential sites. Not a beep. So then I thought, well, hey, why am I not detecting the trail? So we're going to continue to do that. We're going to carry on here and just continue detecting the trail. Not a beep, nothing in there. But I have to check these places. That's part of the adventure, is to find the place, right? And it might take hours before I find a place, so bear with me, but hey, I'm out enjoying the day. Ah. Four-wheeler trail is right here. And I saw something. Look at this. That is an old sink and a bucket. Still frozen into the ground, but that is definitely a sink. And if you look right around here, it's a pretty big clearing. Let's give this a go. So 30 yards over there, we've got that sink, and then nothing in between, and an old pail here. So did somebody just come up the river and dump that stuff? I don't know, but not a signal in between, and I zigzagged all through there. So the sink is right there, And as I was walking down the trail here, I noticed what looked like another trail, a beer bottle, and a trail coming up here. And just to the side of that, we got some iron. I don't know what this is. Right there. What is that? Definitely, this is definitely a trail. There's a trail going off through the bush there. So is this an old road? Definitely an old road here. And just off the road, I can see sheet metal in there. In two places. Right here in this wet spot, right there. Big old piece of sheet metal. I don't know what that's from. And there's more of it folded up right here at the base of this tree. There's an old can. So that's the problem here. I had a signal out on the trail. The ground's still frozen. It's going to be another 2-3 weeks before I'll be able to dig in here, but we can look around, and we're close. There's got to be a foundation or two close to here. You don't have a sink in the middle of the woods for no reason, people. It's here somewhere. So not a great signal, but curiosity has me piqued. It's frozen. Frozen solid. Yeah, so I got another good signal there. 24 actually, but it's frozen. I might come back to that, but the reason I stopped here was, look at this. Tell me that doesn't look a little suspicious. Ha! Absolutely. We got a garbage dump here. Abso-freaking-lutely. Everything's frozen into the ground. But we are on a site. Oh yeah, look at. Oh, look at this. Old bottle. Look at the top on that. That's an oldie. Old milk bottle. Ah, it's broken. What is that? It's got leaves and intricate. Oh, too bad the top's broken on that. I knew we were close. Age-wise, I'm not sure. I haven't seen enough stuff. There's some more glass and stuff here. Let's root around. Let's take a look. Okay, so I just flipped that over. I don't know, is that part of an old stove? And you got the two lids that come off, the old style stoves, I think. I came back to take another look at this bottle, guys. And it just gave me an amazing clue as to the age of this site. Right here on the bottom is a date. Horn Limited, I think. Horn, H-O-R-N-E-R-E-C something, 1933. I know I'm not digging right now. I can't, but I'm really excited. I'm stoked. This is just the first place. I think there's dozens of them in here. We're going to find out.